What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy Vape Coach. We are back again in your life. We got to do the intro again. Guys, we got some news today. A new patch is on the horizon, and we've got a banger of a card right before that patch hits. Coming up first, going to be BWood taking on Noir, Tragic, taking on AttackPotency, and then followed by Eggshell and Sarayu Pains on the lower side. What is going on, everybody? Make some noise. Let's do this damn thing. Let's go and let's roll. Coming up first, going to be Noir taking on BWood. Let's send it your way. Let me see some hype, and let's get going. Game number 1 is here. All right, BWood is coming out, though. He is going to be taking on the man, the myth, the legend, known as Noir. By the way, Big Novato, welcome to the stream. How you been, by the way? All right, Noir representing CGF, and it's going to be BWood now recently representing Sin. We do love to see it. Game number 1 is here. Let's see who's bringing those goods. And Big Randall back up in the building. What's going on, my brother?
You look at me strange.
All right, BWood is here. In winners semifinals, pay no mind to what you see in front of you. This is going to be the winners semifinals. Production error, but we know what we're dealing with. All right, let's go. Blonde Bomber hanging out with us. Yo, not Zed. Coming through in this stacked tournament. How you been? Pursuing Breeze, what is going on? I know the reason you're here. I'm not gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it. AttackPotency is in this lineup, which means we are most definitely getting Pursuing Breeze in the house. BWood, though, with some sizable damage. BWood starting us off. Beautiful corner combos. The overhead's gonna be good. BWood wants to get this tournament under his belt before that patch hits. All these guys have already made the top 8 graphic, and now BWood's gotta go. So what's up, Coach? First stream, but you'll see me in one of these tournaments. Big Novato, I would love nothing more. And by the way, the Discord is open for anybody who does want to join. BWood gonna continue to go to town, and Noir gonna be in some trouble. All right, here we go. BWood is taking it to Noir right now. CGF in a little bit of trouble. All right, let's do this damn thing, though. BWood with some good ducks. That's a Mallard duck, perhaps a diver duck. All right, and that Jack's ground pound, we know that from the patch notes. That is going to be something that is buffed tomorrow. And now Noir going to be waking up with some damage. Here we go. And chat, I cannot hear you. Make some noise. All right, though, trying to go for that up block. BWood not providing the recipe for that formula. However, Jax is back out, and you know that's going to be a problem low. And now the big swing of the axe coming from Holly BWood. Most recently, by the way, taking that top 12 spot at EVO. A fantastic run. Taking out the likes of MK Javier, Wits, and a few others, man. Super impressive. However, though, that is not about now. It is about right here. However, Noir trying to go for that big boot. Jax again going to provide the ground pound. Noir still not with the lead. And chat, good to see you guys all for the second time today. Big swing of the axe. This could be the beginning of the end. And BWood is not going to be shy about any of this damage. He needs one more. This is guaranteed. And chat, that is going to do it. BWood going to be coming through with a 1-0 score. A great way to get ahead. All right, BWood going to be getting it done. A 1-0 score. Sin looking pretty good to start us off. However, 1-0 going to be the current score. Let's go take a look at that replay. Big Kaishero's in the building. Feels like all of CGF here to cheer on their own Noir. And by the way, what's going on, Ram? Saying, can you see the bracket? Yeah, give me 1 second. I gotcha. Shutter, are you here by any chance? Can you go ahead and post it? It's not letting me post links. He said BWood has a really good Shao Pursuing Breeze. I might have to agree with you. However, that is neither here nor there. This is going to be Noir and BWood going to town. And let's see if Noir can answer back with anything else.
I told you, I want peace.
All right, Sin is up, CGF is up, and now we know the recipe to success. You got to avoid the axe of BWood. And once again, shout outs to everybody who is here up in the building watching this North American Showdown. All right, BWood back to his winning ways. I did see him before stream. He had a bit of a money match going on. He has been competing. It is going out of style. He said, salutations, it's happy night. Yo, big Signal Sender, welcome back. Signal Sender up in the building in the perfect time. BWood and Noir are going at it. Big axe thrown on the ground. And Kern's up back for the second time today. Don't think you can hide in this chat. What's up, my man? More gunshots, and now Noir actually starting to look pretty good against BWood. BWood is going to have to play his cards oh so carefully. He's going to have to tread lightly. All right, another slam back down. And remember, this is a double elimination tournament. Winners semifinals, and now Noir forced to break away. I stand too. And that's Sector. What can you do to get out of here? That's what you can do. All right, Noir still maintaining that lead, but what will BWood do from here? And trying to still swing that axe. Nice. Jumping. And Noir, though, getting caught by the trip guard. And that is going to be the round. BWood's keeping his composure, able to get it done.
Round 2. Fight.
All right, chat, this is one that can either be a 3-0 or a game 5. It feels like there really is no in between. Nice down one. And by the way, have you guys seen the patch notes, at least from the video? What are your thoughts on it? What do you think is gonna happen to your character? What are you excited about? Let us know. However, more double rockets, and that is a full combo for Sir B Hollywood. Nice. And BWood still continuing the pain train, and it has just left the station. Nice low. And Noir cannot seem to get any space there. Does find his way out of the corner. Will have to break away as BWood. Nice. Down one to go along with it. The big sweep, the low again. And overhead as well. And still pressing buttons. There's the big boot coming from Noir. And Noir right now looks poised to make this run. He's got to start with the round and activates the anti-gravity, whatever that thing is called. Nice overhead to go alongside it as well. Nice low, and this should be the beginning of the end. And that's going to be BWood, a 2-0 score. He is speed running this right in front of our eyes. Noir is gonna have to get it together quick, fast, and in a hurry. On to the replay, and then on to the next game. And by the way, guys, yeah, our second event of today. We have been grinding these tournaments nonstop. A huge thank you if you're here for both, or if you're just getting here. We still love to have you here. Welcome to Vapes Fight Night. And here, let's get to the next game.
General Shao, Peacemaker, Sector.
All right, let's do this though. Noir not gonna switch cameos. I do not believe. However, BWood looks super comfortable with this Sector piece. And Noir saying, all right, let's go, Big Goro. No, is it gonna be Lao? What is he gonna choose? I've seen him go with the Farah before. And all right, Noir is thinking about this. He has to win 3 straight against BWood. This is not gonna be easy. However, it is doable. BWood is human last time I checked. I don't check often, but last time I checked, he is human.
I told you. I want
Is Peacemaker Goro gonna be woke tomorrow? I bet BWood, I bet. BWood in the chat also confirming that is human. We like that sort of thing. We don't like robots, only sometimes. Either way, chat, let's get you back to the action and see what Noir has in store for us. That Kano, we have not seen that cameo a ton. Maybe he'll get a buck tomorrow. Maybe he won't. Nice low. Overhead swing, good grab. And BWood, man, this is one-way traffic for him. Noir has not been able to do too much. Yo, what's going on? Amazing dude. He says, is Tremor still broken? Absolutely. Big slow fast in the building. And amazing dude making it Facebook official with that follow. Thank you so much. Is that Big Elijah in the building? Am I not supposed to say the government name? Nobody tells me nothing. All right, the jump in, and this is gonna be Pain Train. And choo-choo, motherfuckers, this is going crazy. BWood with the overhead, and now we gotta break away. Noir, he's gotta get going. He dives in, but he doesn't get it. Performance issues, 1 in 5. Gonna be suffering from that. You need those gas station pills, perhaps some Rhino pills. We'll see, Chad. That's a joke, but really it's not. But it is, but it's not. All right, the Kano knife still going to work. He said no clankers allowed in the tournament. What's going on, Big Elf? I heard that was like a new, I don't even know. I don't even know. He said, my bad for the crash out. Don't worry about it. It will happen again. And once again, Noir, he does not have the lead. He's got to go. Yeah, I heard about that, Big Elf. All right, throws it back on the ground. Eagles all over the place. And there's a torpedo for your solar plex. And another eagle. We got so many eagles. This is America, he says. He says, how's it going, casual coach? I'm doing amazing, Slow Fast. How you been? Talk to me. Slow Fast falling asleep on me the other day, man. You hate to see it, all right? And the big guns are out. Noir does have a significant lead. It just feels like BWood, though. He has too much plot armor. Nice, stand 2. And there we are gonna be punching right through. Taking on a good Peacemaker. It is like being a short man at the urinal. You've gotta be on your toes. That is going to be Noir taking the round.
Final round.
All right, chat, this is gonna be coming down to a game of inches. Shoutouts to my love life. Either way, more gunshots. That's gonna be Shao's weakness. Nice low into the eagle, into some knives. Very nice, fantastic. Overhead again, and BWood knows that this is in sight. He can see Winners Finals from here, and he's going aerial. Sending him up to the stratosphere. Look at the damage. By the way, Tragic and AttackPotency, get those invites loaded, because we are going to be heading your way soon. Big Randall, talk to me, my goat. And that is going to do it. BWood actually breaking the stream overlay with that throw. We got to get ourselves a new camera. However, that is going to be BWood taking it. A 3-0 score. GG's, Noir. You will be dropping down to the lower side of the bracket. And what a set, man. What a set. Is that the first time you guys have played, by the way? I'm not too sure. Either way, chat, what I do know is that we got to go take a look at that replay brought to you by this community. It's all good, BWood. You will be paying for it with those Evo fundies. However, we will let it slide for the one time, similar to Dialogue with the chair. He says, is this NA only? No, it's North America only. Yes, sir, that is what we got. Onto the bracket. Let me show you what we got heading your way. All right. Oh, wait, I'm on the wrong bracket yet again, chat. I keep slacking it. All right, so that is going to be none other than BWood marching on, proving that fear is not a factor. Going on to the winners finals, we'll see how his run continues to develop. And now coming up next is going to be Tragic, taking on AttackPotency. Tragic, I have been seeing him off the smoke lately, but I have a feeling we might get to see it today. AttackPotency, the Omni Goat, coming your way. Let's do it.
Omni-Man.
All right, here we go, chat. It's going to be none other than AttackPotency and Big Tragic. Tragic, by the way, coming out with that Johnny Cage. Tragic representing STG and AttackPotency representing TLR. Two very fantastic clans coming from North America. However, a bit of a Johnny Mirror, and I am pissed. In fact, I might even say I'm royally pissed, chat. And my goat, you too easy up in the building. You too easy. He wanted to see the smoke. That's the only reason he's here. And Tragic is not giving him that satisfaction. However, we got some 4-3s down ones, flamingos and rubber duckies in the background. And once again, if you are new to the stream, I am your host, Vape Coach. We do events. Sometimes they're good. Sausage Banks, I love you more. Another jump in. The two, and he ducks it, but it's not going to be good enough. And now we are going up to the stratosphere. AttackPotency is pouring it on. And chat, that is what we call one-way traffic here at Vape's Fight Night. Please keep all hands and feet inside the Vaporizer Express. 2-1-2 is going to be good for Tragic, saying, you know what? I have a character with the exact same ability. W cameos, by the way. And what do we got from here? All right, we are moving, we are shucking, we are jiving, we are bobbing, and we are weaving. And Shutter staying up super late with us. We do love to see it. He said Vape has the best commentary. I'm not too sure about that. I just do try to hype you guys up. Either way, a jump in looking good for AttackPotency. AttackPotency, if you're wondering who they are the Johnny Cage. If you have any other questions, be sure to ask my lawyer, Shutter. They are in chat as well. 2-1-2 is good again. And nice, the guaranteed jump in. What will Tragic do from here? The sweep, no good. No dice. Do not pass go and do not collect. $200. Up into the air. The tremor again serving up. And that's going to be AttackPotency. Wait. AttackPotency calling out the staggers, and this looks pretty guaranteed. Tragic is mashing. Another grab says, get off me, good sir. This is going to be a jump in. Tragic, he is looking for the jump in. I don't know if he's going to be able to give him that release, though, but down one, 4-3-2. And that is going to be all she wrote. AttackPotency styling on us just a little bit, which is the way we like it. And that is going to be game number 1 in the books.
Johnny Cage wins.
And once again, back to that replay brought to you by this amazing community. 2 streams in 1 day. You do love to see it, chat. We got ourselves a patch coming tomorrow. It has been, what, 3 months? That is like 3 months longer than my longest relationship. You do love to see it. Back to the action. Let's go. He said these Johnnies are not playing. They are and they aren't. It's a bit of a conundrum, Randall. We'll figure it out.
Johnny Cage. Johnny Cage. Tremor. The gateway.
I still say.
All right, let's do it, chat. A 1-0 score coming for AttackPotency. The last Ronins usually do have a lot of success here, I'm not gonna lie. However, a lot of teams represented. You got TLR, STG, CGF, Sin, and who else we got? Who else? Shao, whose team are you on? You better tell me right now. All right, though, AttackPotency getting absolutely countered, getting absolutely smashed to bits. The 2-1-2, and now we're jumping up into the air. However, Shadow Kick, that will not provide the... Hang on. 2-1-2, and Tragic getting shimmied. You hate to see it. Another 2-1-2. He's got him for days. Jumping. 4-3. Terrible mate. Talk to me, my brother. How's the cornfield doing, my man? And all right, though, Tragic trying to counter back AttackPotency, not allowing it. That being said, he's kind of allowing it. Nice low. What do we got here? AttackPotency gonna spend it! And he's trying to dash out of those DMs. 4-3-2. And now Tragic trying to get anything started here. He does have the lead, however, does not go for an uplock. Is this gonna be it? He's gotta spend it. He says it's gone, just gone, not like this. And this is going to be the round. Tragic able to get it done just like that. And U2Easy's coming through with the 10 bomb! U2Easy crushing our sub goal for the first time today, but not the first time overall. He's done it 1,000 times. Thank you so much, U2Easy. And chat, can we get those emotes for my goat U2Easy in the building? Definitely would appreciate it. One of our goats. It's not letting me type in chat, but at the same time, U2Easy, we love you, brother. Hopefully Smoke gets those buffs tomorrow. Let's get it. And ProStone cheering on U2Easy as well. Another, I would say, a core part of CGF, man. We love to see it. And All Black, welcome to the channel, man. Coming through with the W's as well. All right, though, these two are, they're kind of game in chat. That's what I would say. Big love to ProStone up in the house, the CGF manager. He's my manager. All right, though, he's my personal handle. He can handle these. Nice, up into the air we go. And this is now Tragic. He looks fully adapted. AttackPotency's in trouble. And this, wait a minute, the jump in. 4-3 into the overhead, no good, but we're gonna spend that fatal. And he doesn't work. Just like me, chat, those are two things that don't work. And now Tragic gonna tie this up just like me last Saturday night. That is gonna be all she wrote. Let's see if STG Zone can get up on the board. Onto the replay we go. He said this patch about to go silly. I can think of like 3 final combatants that are already kind of screwed right now, ProStone. I can think of like 3. He said Vape's my lover. Hey, we're good, yes. I don't know if I'd go that far, but you know what? The love is mutual. And by the way, if you are just getting here, grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a snack, make yourself at home. Vape's Fight Night is open to all cool people. And ProStone.
I finally meet Hollywood boy.
All right, Tragic gonna see if he can repeat the success of the last game. Game number 2 is here. ProStone saying Vapes is my man. Wow, I mean, yeah.
Round 1, fight.
All right, here we go on to the next match. This Johnny Fest, I don't know if they agreed to this. Is this a gentleman's agreement? Nobody tells me nothing. I don't know shit about fuck chat. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. However, I do know that Shadow Kicks have a one-way punish down and a 2-1-2, and now we are going aerial. Tragic looks awake. Actually, no, that's AttackPotency chat. I'm sorry. Throw me a mulligan. Throw me at least one. Nice. And a down 1, 2-1-2. And by the way, guys, currently a $0 prize pool. If anybody does want to donate to that, you can do so right here. Never mandatory, just something special for the players. And now we are keeping this going, and now a jump in coming from Tragic. And Tragic, this would, dare I say, be tragic if he lost on the Johnny Mirror. I'll be here all week, laugh at my fucking jokes. Nice, overhead as well, and a 2-1-2. This should be AP wrapping it up like a burrito, and this is going to do it. The Johnny, looking clean.
Round 2, fight.
All right, let's get it. Let's keep this train rolling. Trying to get that punish. Not going to get it, though, but does get some nice crystalline armor. Forward 3-2 up to the high heavens. Into the stratosphere we go. AP is not joking around. You see that mug behind him? That's what I look like, man. Just trying to train, get ready so I can join these brackets and have some success. And another grab. Tragic says, that is in fact my purse. I don't know you. Good grab again. That is his purse. Throws him back down. 4-3-2 again. Down 1. Oh. And another 4-3. Up into the air we go. Throwing the big Italian meatball at him. 2-1. The 2-1-4. I don't know. Buttons. I don't fucking know. Down 2. Cancel. And that's going to be a dominant game coming from AttackPotency. And styling on him a little bit at the end. We're big fans of this, by the way. AttackPotency gonna get it done, and now we have to head to a game number 4. Tragic has a decision to make. And yo, what's going on, Akira? By the way, Omni-Man did get some buffs. He said Arrow, Platinum are missing. Yeah, I think Platinum's sleeping. It's a little bit late on the EU side of things. We did run an event for them this morning. Platinum, by the way, making it to Grand Finals. However, there was a Havoc in the way. Either way, Chad, let's get you back to the action and let's get things sent back your way. And chat, this is gonna be a mirror the entire way through, or so it looks like. AttackPotency says no problem. Yo, what's up, Big Akira?
I look just like you and fight like you too.
And all right, though, we got ourselves a patch coming tomorrow. He said Havoc is dead. Amazing, dude. Absolutely, he is done. Havoc is not gonna be a thing after tomorrow. You may have just seen the last of Havoc and the last of T1000. Says enjoy Tremor. I think Tremor's gonna be okay, ProStone. What do you guys think is the most significant change from what you've seen so far? Let me know down below. All right, Tragic saying I am not done. However, getting sent up to the air, that is not what 9 out of 10 proctologists are gonna recommend. Nice, the low again. All right, Tragic not getting too much out of it. All right, shadow kicks, 2-1, 2-1-2, forward 3-2. And up into the air we go. More crystalline armor, attack potency, starting to run away with this. By the way, Eggshell and Noir, you will be up next. Make sure those invites are sent out. Another grab says, get off of me, good sir. We shan't be doing that. And that is going to do it. Attack potency gonna be moving on to set point.
This guy is trending.
Round 2. Fight.
All right, BWood. The question is, who would BWood rather play? Maybe attack potency? I'm not sure. I don't know. Either way, that's a tough draw for anybody. A nice grab, even better tech, good sir. It's at 10 seconds on hit as well. That's longer than me in the bedroom. Chat, focus on the match. I appreciate the joke setups, though. Nice. All right, Tragic showing that he's not done, not just yet. And a nice thunder punch, man. That is going to be plus on everything, but we are going to be waking up with some armor and some crystalline armor for your efforts. Says attack potency is not STG. Since when? Nobody tells me nothing. All right, now we are ready. Now we are ready. Overhead is good. Oh, that's gonna hit as well. No, it does not. Tragic. Gonna have a little bit of success. Gonna have a lot of bit of success, and that is going to be the round. Tragic can send this to a game 5 with one more victory.
Final round. Fight.
All right, chat. Now that we're settled in, now that I know you're cool, we can talk about the real stuff. Shang, gonna be top 1, and I don't want to hear anything else. He deserves it. Shang deserves it, yes. Nice low. Attack potency though, but Tragic answering right back. Beautiful stuff, and an amazing counter. Nice low. The double low, the double dip. 4-3-2, 2-1, 2-1-2. Into the armored low, I'm sorry, into the armored nut punch. Tragic is rolling away with this thing. And this could get a lot worse before it gets better for AP if he does not shore up his defense. Good grab though. And yo, what's going on, Big Kai Cheryl? We're gonna have a Shang mirror, trust. And if you beat me, you're off the team. And if you lose to me, you're off the team. Either way, we'll figure it out crazy. And what can attack potency do? We're gonna spend it, it's just gonna hit. No, and that is gonna be do not pass go, do not collect $200. That is gonna be Tragic, sending this to a game number 5. All right, chat, one more match coming your way. It says, imagine dying to Tragic. That's a very good thing to say. That is his gamer tag, by the way. Imagine dying to me. Either way, that is what attack potency is currently experiencing. He will need to shore things up. And Slowfast is literally begging Tragic to get it done. We shall see. AP could switch to the Omni-Man and maybe just free this up real quick. However, maybe that is not the cloth from what he has cut. Either way, let's go. Chat, game 5. Let me see some emotes in the building. Let me see some hype. Both these two warriors going at it right here and right now.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, game 5, game 5. Pro still putting up those emotes. Curves, I'm lighting it up. And who is going to winners finals? Who is going to take on the man, the myth, the legend, known as BWood? Coming off that top 12 at EVO, by the way. A lot of people go their entire lives without making it that far, man. I'll tell you that. But fun fact, chat, I've actually never lost a game at EVO. I know it's very impressive, but enough about me. Focus on the match. Stand 4, 4-3-2. All right, Tragic does have the lead, and he looks to be pulling away. And now we are going aerial. Got to break away from any and all of that. Nice low. And this is going to be attack potency clapping right back to the good grab. And shout outs to this entire community. Thank you guys all so much for being here. And thank you so much for supporting attack potency. Spend that fatal blow. Can't do it yet. All right, another jump. He said vape buffs tomorrow. Oh, you better believe it, slow fast. Now that I can officially go pro, you guys are going to see me at the last chance qualifier where I will win it simply by being there. And that's going to be attack potency with the comeback.
Round 2.
And Blobber says, do you not compete anymore? Anymore would suggest that I competed in the first place. And I don't know about that. Either way, Tragic gonna try to bring this back to the last round. Let's see what he's got. 2-1, 2-1-2, no good. Good grab, though. However, that Trimmer gonna be slicing you with that big Italian meatball. Nice low. And all right, though, pursuing Breeze, cheering on attack, saying, come on, get it done. All right. No stagger pressure. Tragic just holding his vape doesn't compete because he wants everyone else to have a chance. Very well put, Prostone. Very well put. Nice forward 3-2 up into the air. Forward 3-2 again. We're going double. We're going for seconds here. And another down one. We are matching out here. Tragic gonna be getting sent flying with another meatball. It's low. AttackPotency, the life lead somewhat negligible. Now we are about tied up. Another low to go alongside it. Remember, after this, we're gonna jump down to the lower side of things to see what's good in the hood. 2-1-2 is good for AP. And Tragic says, you know what? We gotta spend it. I don't know how much life I will have remaining. And we are gonna let that rip just like me inside of an elevator. All right, we are moving in, we are moving out. Reminds me of every date night. I'm just kidding, Chad. Either way, 4-3-2 up to the stratosphere, and Tragic is going to send this to a final round of a final game.
You can't have too much cake.
Final round. Fight.
By the way, this patch is looking juicy tomorrow, man. I have a feeling like we're all just gonna be staring at it for a couple of hours. No more T1000, no more Havoc, or at least so the legends say. He said, bro, they made an Omni-Man 4-3. I saw that. The Earthquake stuff looks godly. However, though, we got to figure this out right here. This is going to be maybe the last tournament you see before the patch. And you know what? Let's do it together. Or as friends. Whatever you want to do. AP, though, with an early lead. Tragic got to answer back. And another down 1-2. 4-3-2. Up into the air. Tremor to keep everything safe. And another grab. All right, AttackPotency. Do not want to fall back on that offense. All right, crystalline armor, and Tragic says we're just gonna mash around it. I do not care. Good grab. All right, slams him right back down. Lively gonna favor AttackPotency. And another thunder slam down, looking good. 4-3-2 again, up to the sky. And another one. Tragic starting to bring this back. Hang on a second. Funny how I despise smoke, but I have no issues against T1K. I personally don't really hate T1K. It's cool, he got his time in the sun. That being said, let's never try that project again. AttackPotency is close to pulling this away. This might be enough. Tragic with his very last breaker. All right, AttackPotency needs a little bit. Tragic needs a lot. There's 10 seconds. What is this gonna be? Tragic, he's gotta go. He's gotta do something. He's got it! 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's going to be AttackPotency with a 3-2 score, moving on to winners finals just like that. Tragic, you will see him on the back end. However, that is going to be all for now. Now we've got to get to our next match, onto the loser side of things. Let's go take a look at that replay. Holy man, what a banger of an event to start us off. 2 games underway. Now we've got to go down to the bottom 2 to see how it is looking. Let's go take a look at that bracket if we can. And so with that result, it'll be none other than AttackPotency making their way to winners finals. You will see them versus BWood in just a little bit. However, on the lower side, you will see Tragic versus Big Sarayu Pains. That is a match you definitely do not want to miss. However, Chad, coming up next, our first losers match of the night, Eggshell taking on Big Noir. Invites have been sent out. Let's go and let's roll. By the way, Quad Wix, thank you so much, brother, and welcome to the channel. Appreciate you. Noir, all right, he is our only hope for CGF to get a tournament champion here. Let's see if he can move on in the bracket. Eggshell, what are we cooking with here? By the way, Sarayu Pains and Tragic, you will be up next. MVF, that's what it is. MVF getting some good players, by the way. You do love to see it. However, these are 2 recently new clans. Who will come out on top? By the way, CGF, I do know the owner personally. He's a very handsome man. Yo, what's up, boys?
Have I overly bent the royal ear?
And all right, let's do this damn thing. Eggshell taking on Big Noir.
Fight.
And who is going to be good to go? All right, we are starting off with projectiles. I would think this would be a favorable matchup for PeaceMaker. That is just my 2 cents. Since I'm handsomer, not like this. Is this true? Is the greatest owner of all time, BWood? Sometimes. All right, the down 1. And Ram saying he's handsomer. Is this true, chat? I'm a handsome bastard, aren't I? All right, nice. And a big boot to punish that. Here we go. And into the air. Noir is looking good. MVF and CGF. This is, oh wait, why am I spelling the MVP? I'm thinking of like Michael Venom Page. I don't know what the hell is wrong with me. Either way, we'll fix this right here and right now. Into the air we go. Noir starting to pull away. MVF versus CGF. And that is going to be the game. Noir, the round. Noir going to be taking that one quite comfortably.
Round 2. Fight.
Said badass fighter mentioned, dude, Michael Venom Pages is the GOAT, bro. I don't care if he loses 100 fights in a row. He pulled out a Thanos gauntlet and a Pokeball after one of his fights, and I am forever gonna be a fan favorite of easily. I don't know. Chat, let's go.
Killing it.
All right, though, and now we are starting to do some dirty work here. Good stuff coming from Eggshell. Eggshell most notably making it to grand finals in our tournament yesterday. Very impressive stuff. However, we'll need a little bit more if he plans on doing this right now. Oh, yeah, you saw that? He did it against Cyborg, and that's gonna be the game! Noir with some baggage, not like this! This is not how you make friends. At least, usually not how you make friends. Maybe I'm wrong, chat. Maybe I'm tripping. Either way, what I do know is that is going to be a 1-0 score coming from Noir. Let's go take a look at that replay brought to you by this community. And guys, I gotta say thank you guys for coming through every single day. We did take a week off, had to get my bearings straight. However, we are good to go on all cylinders for at least another month. Let's go.
PeaceMaker.
All right, Eggshell coming out with the exact same combination, and so is Noir. By the way, what is this helmet coming out of Noir? I don't like it. That being said, no, I don't like it.
You think me a monster?
All right, Eggshell. This is not MKX, this is MK1, a game he is also very talented in. Nice, catches him out of the air. Noir says, do not pass go, do not collect $200. Nice, the double sonic boom. 1-1 into the gunshots, into the air traffic, here we go. Noir, this is one-way traffic. And brace for impact, cause here comes Eggshell. Eggshell saying, you know what, let me get my get back real quick. Nice low into the tremor. Oh, he got him with the old razzle dazzle. You do hate to see it. At the same time, you kind of do like to see it. All right, tries to get that slurplex checked. However, this should be the round. And no way, he drops it, but he picks it right back up. All right, Chad, that is going to be a 1-0 score for Eggshell. Here in game number 2, we'll need some more. Moaz, no. There's a patch tomorrow. That deserves more of our attention, in my opinion. Plus, I don't even know if we have 8 Middle East players. I tried to do it, and only 4 signed up, including 1 from NA, so I don't know what that means. However, I do know what this means, so that should be a whiff-opotamus punish. You do hate to see that in public. All right, slams him back down. Fire Axe, I know what you're working towards. We'll see what happens, brother. We'll see what happens. Either way, though, this is Noir. He's got his bearings straight. Looking a lot cleaner, I should say. Nice. And all right, though, the whip punish, though, of all whip punishes. And that eagle gonna counter out the ball roll. And the down 1 into the explosion. Gonna be the world. I'm sorry, gonna be the round.
Final round.
Sorry, Vape.exe stopped responding. We're ready for it, though. Good ball roll punish. That ball roll will punish a lot of things. Fire Axe actually teaching me that the ball roll actually counters Sindel's down 3. That is crazy to find out. However, though, we are going aerial, and now Noir says, I'm actually over here. Yo, what's going on, Yardy? Welcome back. It's funny, like, it's weird things that happen once you start commentating that you don't notice. I notice my desk shakes every time I talk. It's actually kind of a cool effect. And speaking of cool effect, though, we are putting this to maximum effect. It said Vape do 2 NA only. I got you, Moaz, I got you. But chat, you know what I'm noticing? I'm noticing that this is gonna be Noir catching out in that fatal blow. And damn, he said Air Goodman coming at you. That is going to be the game. A 2-0 lead coming from Big Noir. And Noir right now saying, you know what? I don't care what character you pick. I don't care how many Evo titles you have. I'm still going to make this happen. That is going to be the game. That is going to be Noir on a 2-0 sweep so far. Eggshell may need a switch of characters to pull this one back into orbit. Let's go take a look.
PeaceMaker wins.
Moaz, I don't know. Some days he is, some days he's not. Actually, no, we got Tornadic, we got Zayplats. We have not seen Zayplats for a little while. Do hope he's doing well. Do hope to get him back soon. Either way, chat, now we are going to be going to game number 3. Let's go take a look at the official tale of the tape. By the way, currently a $0 prize pool. If anybody does want to donate to the winning top 2 players, you can do so right there. Never mandatory, but always appreciated. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much for supporting the stream.
You're the first bangable monster chick I've met.
Oh, wait, is it not letting me send messages? Let me try.
Round 1.
All right, let's. It is not letting me comment. Fire Axe, can you put up the donation tab if you can real quick? My best mod, my favorite mod. When Shutter's not around. All right, here we go. Yeah, my chat is tweaking. I don't know why. I think it's the VPN. All right, slams him right back down on the big board. Shudder is here. And FireX putting that up. Yeah, if anybody does want to, you can do so right there. Does go to the top 2 players. However, Noir says, I don't want top 2, I want top 1. All right, the big Italian meatball, as Abel would say, and a nice low into the poke, into the special, into the eagly. And now here comes Eggshell saying we're gonna ride or die with this Molina. Nice low hat and the overhead. Wait a minute. And shout outs to me. Yes, yeah, you can follow me right here. Shudder trying to score some points. It's kind of working, I'm not gonna lie. However, another solar plex checker and another jump in though. Oh, that's gonna be the round. Do not want to do that. 9 out of 10 dentists are not gonna recommend that you teleport with your Kung Lao cameo right on hit. All right, Chad, let's do this damn thing. Yo, what's up, 2 trillion? 2 trillion. I saw that patch and I could think of nobody happier than yourself, man. It is going to be open season for you. Definitely going to be excited to see how your tournament runs are going to be looking. Welcome to the chat, by the way. Good grab, even better tech. A jump in, but wait a minute though, the down 1. Good grab. All right, that Lao hat is gonna be working overtime, 40 hours a week, maybe even some dental coverage. We'll see what it looks like. And 2 trillion is saying, I am super happy, man. 2 trillion, what if everybody becomes a Rain main? That is my biggest fear. Nice Lao hat. However, this could be the beginning of the end. He drops it though. Nice. And this, does he spend the fatal? Absolutely spend that fatal. Is it gonna work though? I don't know if this connects. I don't know if it connects. However, Noir is gonna break away just in the nick of time. Nice. All right, Eggshell, you need this, but this is gonna do it. Noir, wait. And that is gonna be it. That is going to be it. Noir with a clean 3-0. Eggshell, thank you so much for coming through to play and a little bit of fatality, extracurricular action for your viewing pleasure.
Damn it.
And Chad, that is going to be Noir activating that fatality. By the way, Eggshell, always a pleasure to have you here. Definitely look forward to seeing you in the future. Tragic, if you can get those invites sent out, definitely would appreciate it. However, Chad, that is going to be the end of match number 3. Let's go take a look at the replay. Said Lou and Rain deserved it. Lou's got some big buffs coming in his way. We saw on the video today. He can now special cancel certain strings. Very excited about that. However, let's get it and let's send you to that bracket to see how things are currently looking. All right, chat, with that result, it is going to be none other than Noir going to loser semifinal, making a solid deep run in today's tournament. However, coming up next, STG taking on TLR, and that is a match as old as time. We are ready for it. Sarayu Payne's taking on Big Tragic. Let's do it. Let's send it your way. All right, FireX enjoying himself. I know, FireX, you cannot even sleep because you are waiting for that patch. Tell me I'm wrong.
General Shao.
All right, Sarayu, though, coming out with the Shao. We are ready for it. We are more than ready for it. And why is Tragic mirroring everybody?
Kung Lao.
It's a professional TO, you better believe it. All right, STG, their only player of today, is back on the board. Do not do that.
Heard more ridiculous words.
All right, another mirror coming our way. And I think we have the thumbnail character already picked out. We are ready. Sarayu versus Tragic. Sarayu coming out with that movie skin Shao, and Tragic coming out with something a little bit more classic. All right, and Shao, by the way, a super popular character, at least in today's tournament. All right, Sarayu, we're gonna see what we can do from here. Trying to activate that buff. Is it Tragic trolling with Shao? I don't know, he's doing something, I have a feeling though, if that prize pool does explode though, he might make a switch. However, right now, we're just having some good old fun. Overhead is good, no good. And now Tragic gonna be entering back. And Tragic, he is just in love with mirroring his opponents today right in front of this audience. Blonde Bomber, the patch is tomorrow, correct. Usually comes out 11 a.m. Eastern time, I want to say. He said, lost with my secondary. Who's your secondary? He said he mirrored attack too. Yes, he did with Johnny Cage. However, I've never seen him on General Shao. Very interesting. Down 1, Tragic refusing to be denied. Overhead is going to be good. We got to break away, says Big Pains. And another jump in, though. Here comes the pain train. And this is going to be Sarayu, who looks a lot more comfortable with his character. Oh, yeah, that's correct. Yeah, that's a very good point, FireX. Yeah, we talked about that. Another jumping in. That's going to be Pain, taking you on the pain train.
Round 2. Fight.
And by the way, Gravity, welcome back. No, we have a few patch notes, but I have a feeling it is only a taste. There's gonna be so much more. Hopefully some PC buffs as well. What are you guys gonna do if we finally get good server updates? We're gonna play this game till we can't play this game. That's what we're gonna do. Overhead smash though, Sarai, you're gonna be going through it. Tragic with the lead. Tragic looking good to start us off. Can he end off this way? Gonna jump another low and another punish coming from Tragic. Yo, Big Third, what's up? And that is going to do it. That is going to 100% be Tragic tying this bad boy up.
Final round.
Hey, a server patch would go crazy. Let me find out EU and NA can connect on like decent ping. Let me find out. It'll be like MK11. Oh man, the cross-regional matchups are gonna go crazy. Up into the air we go, and Tragic still going. And into the corner. This is devastating damage. Trying to maybe show other players this is how you really play Shao. Slams him right back down and into the air. Try to maybe down to cancel. I think though, Pains though, he's gonna be making this one go eastbound on the I-10. Now westbound. Down one, taking this turn back and throwing his ass into the corner. Down one. Overhead and into the low. And Pains though with the big overhead. And Big Novato says a server patch would be love. Hey man, that would tell me that they were really cooking. That would tell me that they were 100% cooking. Overhead again, Pains with the lead. Tragic, what do we do from here? He's gonna die right here. One more hit, but he wakes up with buttons. Pains, gotta break away. And we are moving in, we are moving out, and that is gonna do it basically guaranteed. And Pains gonna quite comfortably, not quite comfortably, but quite decently take game number 1 in the books. 1-0, gonna be the current set score. And you're seeing it right here, folks. Pains coming out with the General Shao, by the way. Maybe preparing for tomorrow, because usually you do see him on the T1000 saying, you know what, babe, I'm already getting ready, and we like to see it. Either way, on to the next match. Let's see if Tragic does come out with that General Shao yet again. Let's go.
General Shao.
All right, it is game time, and let's see, though. Tragic says we're sticking with it. I am mirroring everybody.
Two tigers can't share.
Yeah, BWood, I was gonna say, man, I think Tragic is literally just mirroring everybody he faces. And that's not a bad idea. I'm not mad at it. That being said, I'm pissed at it. I'm really pissed at it.
Fight.
He said, Pains, take off that fin. The movie skin does not look good, I'll be perfectly honest. All right, slams it back down, and another one. He's not done cooking. Nice. Into the air we go. And a big pickup, though, with that tremor as well. I am royally pissed. I watch that skit once a month. There's actually 2 of them. They're both great. Nice, into the air we go, and this is gonna be Pains continuing to pour it on. Nice stuff again, and he says the mirror of death. You better believe it, in Pains continuing to roll. Tragic, man, this might be the mirror he did not ask for, but you know what? It is his choice, and that is going to do it. Pains is continuing to put on a show.
Round 2. Fight.
Up into the air we go, and Tragic saying, you know what? I've watched enough BWood highlight videos. I know how this character works. However, Pains answering him back immediately. So I know how to spice things up. Overhead's gonna be no good, though. Hang on a second. Nice. And hang on just a minute, though. The overhead not gonna be any good. The low. And by the way, Big Third saying this is gas. I am most certainly going to be agreeing. However, Tragic with the whippopotamus of a life. I'm sorry, Pains with the whippopotamus of a lifetime. That is the one thing I'll be perfectly honest with you guys about commentary. I just kind of go. That is gonna be a 1-1 score here in game number 2.
Final round.
And these 2 warriors, 2 amazing clans for North America, putting on a show. The jumping with the anti-air coming from Pains. And Pains is absolutely working for this tournament title. He did lose one to Noir earlier, but right now he is most certainly making up for that. Nice low the jumping as well. Here we go. Stand 2, the stand 2 times 2. And now Pains still with the lead. Tragic, it's almost like this is not his main character. Good grab. Kung Lao working overtime, 40 hours a week, plus that dental plan, plus bennies. Nice. And a nice good grab, though, coming from Tragic. He is not out of the woods just yet, is Pains. Overhead slam again. And a nice big grab coming from Tragic. Does he have the goods? Can he make it to the next round? Can he prove that fear is not a factor? And he needs one more. Can he get one more? He is working for it, though. The buff is on. That's gonna no. The low is gonna catch him, and that is gonna be Tragic getting it done. A 1-1 score. And all right, chat, Tragic continuing to mirror, because you know why? Because he said so. On to the next match. Let's show you exactly how that replay got set up, and let's get down to business. And Big Rome hanging out with us again for the second time today. How you been? Shout outs to this entire community coming through, guys. We only do this event for this community, man. If you're watching here on Twitch or on YouTube, thank you so much for making it this far in the video, or thank you for hanging out with us today. We love you guys.
Reptile.
All right, Tragic, and now Sarayu is switching to the Reptile. Interesting characters. Maybe we got something for the thumbnail. We will see.
Is only going to cost more lives.
Noble sacrifices to a worthy cause.
All right, here we go. And Gene, I'm tipping $40. Saying, Vape, can you hear me now? Saying, is that good enough for you, Vape? Is that spicy enough? Gene, I'm gonna have to say that is a little bit too spicy for us. $40 in the prize pool. And all right, Gene, I want you to know you have opened Pandora's box. You have officially made this a sweat fest. I'm not going to allow it. At the same time, I'm going to allow it. Cheatham, thank you so much, man, for helping out the players. And you know what? We're going to see a lot of action today. We're going to see a lot more. In fact, let me see if I can do that the right way. Chat, can we get some W's for Cheatham? Let me see if I can do that correctly. All right, there it is, man. I don't even know if Cheatham streams, but if he does, man, he's going to have a lot more followers. And all right, Reptile Lau, is this woke? Is this peak? Is this tough? Nice. Cheatham, thank you again, by the way, brother. Thank you so much, man. You know I mean it, man. Thank you so much for everything you do. And into the air we go. That is going to be all Tragic now taking the lead. Says, you know what? I'm kind of liking the Shao.
Round 2. Fight.
However, this is a long way from being over. Remember, this event today, and only today, is top 2 payout. All right, though, more acid balls. Hang on a second. Down 1. And the Lau hat as well, the big chop. Overhead chop, tomahawk swing, back 3, no good. 1-1, into the low. He said, I love supporting the goats, and me as well, right, Cheatham? Yes. All right, though, here we go. And now, look at this zoning coming from Sarayu. Sarayu says, I know how to beat this character, just need a little bit more acid. And by the way, Sarayu, if you don't know, he already plays the entire cast. He knows how to play everybody. Nice low, big overhead chop. Sarayu starting to run away with this one. Another overhead as well. Nice, flawless block, and up into the air we go. And this is gonna do some damage. Tragic, this could be his last chance this round. Nice, and another down 1 overhead, and that is going to be all Sarayu.
Final round. Fight.
By the way, oh my God, that was the weirdest sequence I've ever seen. Never do that again. He said you have to play a top 3 cameo to even do something. I don't know, who knows with the top 3 cameo, chat? I think stocks are gonna go up on Frost big time. Stocks are gonna go down on Movado and Tremor. That is gonna be tough tomorrow. TUFF, that is gonna be super tough. However, here comes Tragic though with a significant lead and big overhead smash, because why not? Oh, Jax as well. Zaplatz is going to be having the time of his life, and so is Tragic with that 2-1 score. All right, Tragic. This would be tragic if he doesn't get it done. I'll see my way out. I'll be here all week, chat. That is going to, once again, be Tragic getting it done. 2-1. Going to be the score. And Big Blape in the chat as well. Now that he sees Reptile, now you want to hang out. I see you. I see you. What's going on, Blape? Me and him had a set of the century a little while back. Let's get you back to the action and let's go. All right, now that half of you are still here, let's get to match number 4. This will be Tragic, though, still maintaining that lead. Oh, we're pulling out the top tier for the last day in service. What do you guys think is going to happen to him? That's a good question.
I'll string you up with your cape.
Oh, take your best shot, sport.
All right, Sarayu, this is gonna be his character, and he says, we're doing this for America, let's go! And Tragic is saying, I'm falling asleep just watching this character. If you guys don't know, if you are new to the channel, Homelander, one of the most broken characters, one of the strongest characters in Mortal Kombat 1, and Exhibit A right here. That's fantastic. Look at the damage Tragic is already going through. Nice, nice low, good grab. All right, throws him into the corner. Big Randall is saying, we got the Eagles out for America. And This does make sense. It is a North American event only. However, I do believe Sarayu coming out of Mexico. We'll figure it out. Nice low, not gonna be any good though. And a big stand 2 punish up to the stratosphere we go. And look at the damage from Tragic still continuing to go off. Nice. Overhead no good though. We're gonna be going full takeoff mode. The jump over, that could have been a punish. More laser beams, 9 out of 10 proctologist, not gonna recommend that during combat. Either way, Farah there to stabby stab. And another overhead, the double overhead, and Tragic gonna catch him out of that. You know that he is absolute, wait, hang on a second. Look at the damage, chat, look at the damage. Sarayu tried to send this to a game 5. And this could be the beginning of the end, another one. And with a big foot stop, wait a minute. And Sarayu is close, and Sarayu is gonna sniff that rare air known as victory.
Round 2. Fight.
Overhead and up into the air we go. Stand 2. Nice. And still pressing overhead. The low and a beautiful whip punish timed right by Sarayu. And all right, the channel, the players, they can see it. $40 on the board. Who is going for that gold? By the way, I'm pleased to announce top 8 graphics will be coming back tonight. Everybody you see on the screen today will be earning a top 8 spot today. Be sure to check those graphics afterwards. Nice. And a big overhead smash. Sarayu perhaps a little bit unprepared. Nice. Throws him right back down. Overhead not going to be any good. Not going to get a punish out of it, though. BWood saying that setup looks familiar. The stream setup, yeah, I try to make it convenient for you guys. I try to make it, you know, I go minimalist, BWood. AKI Flowers, what's going on? And that is going to be the game. Sarayu, is he going to eliminate Tragic right here and right now? And drinking the leche, the intro I hate the most. Hopefully they can buff that as well in the patch. On to the replay, let's go. All right, though, with that result right there, it's going to be none other than Sarayu sending us to another Game 5. By the way, 2 Game 5s absolutely spoiled. Chat, let's get you back to the action. And I want to see some emotes in the chat. Let me know you've got a pulse. Let me know that you're here. And by the way, Jeedum saying the leche is here, which means I am here. And FireX looking at that $40. All right, Tragic going with the Liu Kang. It's not my main character, bro, I swear.
If you were not so evil.
And Blade says, let's get some Game 5. Hi-fi, I'm ready for it. And Pulsey, that would be the ultimate edition. I feel like they would let us know about that, though.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, Jeedum is over here drinking on the job. By the way, Jeedum again supporting that prize pool. Up into the air we go. The non-buffed Liu Kang. He will be buffed tomorrow. Forwards again. Flawless block. Hang on a second, though, but that's going to be a big grab punish. And now Tragic, not even on his main character. Important to know, by the way. Nice. And Jeedum drinking at home as well. We support that as well. All right, Sarayu, can he bring this all the way back, though? That is a huge punish. And in tournament mode where you can make your own tournament. Oh, Pulsey, we have that as we have that. Nice low. Oh, not gonna be able to punish that. Big kick. And this should be the round. Hang on a second, he's gonna be able to break. Will he break? No, Tragic is gonna eat it. That, no. Hang on, there's no way. Good grab tech. Hang on a second, Chad. And Sarayu just needs one more, and that is gonna be the one more that he called for.
I am the homeland.
All right, Sarayu on the verge of eliminating Tragic. Not on his main character, though. Nice overhead. Breaking the neck, and a nice overhead toss coming from the Farah. Okay. And another bit of plus frames, though. And a lot more lasers coming your direction. Nice low. And right now we are lighting it up with those eye lasers. What do we got from here? A beautiful diabolical dash. And this is could be the beginning of the end, Chad. Nice low. Okay. That one. Trying to go forward 4. And into the air, though, then that is going to be a full punish. Do you spend the fatal? That is the question. Wait. Forward 4 again. Down 1. This could be the beginning if he gets one more. And this looks like it is chip territory. This could be GG's. And one more eye laser is all it's going to take. Tragic would have to go on an amazing run, but it is not going to happen. Sarayu gonna continue to move on towards that gold, and a 3-2 score. GG's to both players. What a set, man. What a set. And now it is time for winners finals. BWood and AttackPotency. You guys already know what to do. You've got a date with Destiny or her sister. Let's go take a look at that replay. All right, let's do this, chat. Here we go. This is, by the way, A very good switch to the Homelander. Very smart coming from Sarayu. However, he will need more than that if he wants to go on to the next round. Let's do the damn thing and let's keep this going. By the way, that will be none other than Sarayu Pains, by the way, having a solid loser's run. He will have to defeat his bracket demon in the form of Noir in order to advance in the tournament. Chat, coming up next, the one you've been waiting for. BWood, AttackPotency. Invites have been sent out. Let's not waste your time. Let's go. All right, Chad, let me hear you guys make some noise for Big Winners Finals. And Sin's own BWood gonna be taking on TLR's own AttackPotency. Game number 1 is here.
Tremor. Sundo.
This is gonna go one of two ways. Either AP's going to grand finals, or BWood is going to be making that rise. He said VC, not right now, FireX. Maybe later, maybe tomorrow, maybe never.
You choose scenery.
By the way, I do need to figure out tomorrow's tournament. It's gonna be weird to work around the patch. I hope the servers are back up by the time we usually go live. However, I'm not holding my prayers for that. We'll try to do it though. Nice. All right, looking good is AttackPotency to start us off. By the way, both these players, I want to say, play a Johnny. However, AttackPotency might just be a little bit more crisp. Good grab. Oh, let me fix that round tag. By the way, this is Winners Finals. Guys, give me a second mulligan if you can. Poseidon coming through with the raid. I was hanging out with him earlier. He was streaming the Injustice tournament. Who won it this time, Poseidon? And shout outs to you though, AttackPotency with a solid lead on BWood with the Johnny. Who expected this though? Solid defense. However, no, it is gonna be tripped up just a little bit. And Slowfast still hanging out with us, man. All right, 4-3-2. And AttackPotency looks so confident with the Johnny Cage. Whiffing in public though, not ideal. Nice. And BWood though, right now going through it, misses with the aerial attack. Nice low, good grab. And yeah, Poseidon, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome everybody from Poseidon's stream. This is some Mortal Kombat 1 action. Hopefully the Injustice tournament was good. And D-Rose saying, let's go BWood, cheering on his teammate. I'm all about it. 4-3-2 again. AttackPotency says, you know me for the Omni-Man, but I got a little bit more to my name than that. 2-1-2 is gonna be good. And you know that Tremor is gonna be loaded for good. However, another punish from AttackPotency. BWood in trouble right in front of our very eyes. Another jump in. Do we get the grab? We most certainly do. The Italian meatball rearing its ugly head. And another duck from AP. That's gonna be the game. AttackPotency, whatever he's on, I want some of. He is looking damn good. All right, 1-0 gonna be the score for TLR's own AttackPotency. Are they gonna be able to get this done right here and right now? Onto the replay we go. And by the way, FireX even alluding to the point that AttackPotency is cooking. And I think that we cannot just say that they are a good Omni-Man player. Solid fundamentals all the way around. However, BWood, you know he's about to be waking up. Let's do it. And Spawn saying, I cannot sleep due to the fact that I'm not going to be carried in this game anymore. I see you, Spawn.
General Shao, cum laude. The
You're about as stock as they come, villain.
What does that even
Yo,
mean?
what's up, Nia? How you been? Nia, what do you think of the patch? Tell me what your favorite part of it is.
Round 1, fight.
And D-Boy Rose saying, it is kitchen time. Nice low. To the air we go. Nice low again. 4-3. And another grab. AttackPotency is staggering. He said, where are the Baraka buffs? I didn't even know you played Baraka. So I'm happy I'm not going to be called carried anymore. Gita, hey, man. I'm a Shang main. They're going to call me carried because I'm telling you, that character is going to the moon this next patch. Speaking of going to the moon, BWood is in the stratosphere. Nice down one. Good low. And an even... Oh, that's a punish. AttackPotency is guessing right every single time. And this is just AP's set right here. He is dominating this. BWood in some sizable trouble. He will need to get started sooner rather than later if he has any hope of reaching grand finals right now.
Round 2, fight.
All right, Johnny Tremor, by the way, I've seen a lot of people say that this is one of the most broken character combos in the game. However, after Tremor gets nerfed tomorrow, very curious to see how that's gonna look. And Big Alan's in the chat, talk to me. Alan said he'd be making that reappearance today, and he's keeping his word. Right as we're going eastbound on the I-10 freeway, looking good. BWood is waking up right in front of our eyes. And that is gonna be a dominant round, a ghetto flawless, coming from BWood.
Final round.
And Shudder, shout outs to you, shout outs to Tony Benz. Nice low. And two interrupting it, we love it. Nice low to go alongside it. And all right, though, what do we got from here? Forward three, up into the air we go. Attack potency wants to leave no room for doubt. What do we got from here? 4-3, down one, and a big grab though. Hang on a second. The hype meter is still active. You gotta use it or you lose it. Shout out to turning 30. Nice. He said Sector's armor got gutted. I know, I saw that. You know what I'm interested? I'm interested to see what happens to every Havoc player. Cook for your scope. I don't know, man. I don't know what's gonna happen. Anna's, I know, gotta be losing his mind. We might never see Anna's again. Nice low. Good, and this should be the game. BWood gonna knot it up. And that is going to do it. That is going to be all sins BWood. The recent top 12 placer at EVO getting up on the board. Does he have the goods to go the distance? Either way, on to the next round we go first. A little bit of a replay for you. W Shutter, W D Rose, W Spawn, W Nia, W everybody in this chat. Thank you guys again so much for coming through. BWood, it looks like, has awoken, and that could be trouble for Attack Potency. All right, let's see what the tea leaves are going to be reading from right here. BWood finding some success. However, he will need considerably more. On to the next match we go.
You haven't earned your swagger.
Like you've got any clue what it takes to be me.
And by the way, guys, a $40 prize pool. If somebody does want to make that an even 50, you can do so right here. Never mandatory, but always appreciated. Goes to the players today. The top two getting paid out tonight. For you guys who don't know, we usually do top one. However, we are feeling good today. It's pre-patch. We are celebrating with this community. Overhead is good. BWood now looks like he has fully taken control. Fully has the download, perhaps. An attack potency going on an all Johnny run, though. You do love to see it. Nice low. And a big punish, though. That's gonna do it.
Smolder it, imbecile. Round two. Fight.
He said BWood download. It looks like it, man. Attack potency has not been able to get it going since that first game. Midway through second game, I would say is where the momentum stopped. Said, yeah, it's always good, my homie. Spawn always getting the best of me. Yeah, I wonder why. 4-3, 4-3. Oi, oi, oi. Fuck out of here, Spawn. Down one into the air we go, but there is BWood with some very solid armor. Nice. Oh, I don't know if that's what he wanted, but maybe it is. I don't know. Good. And a big thunderclap and a little bit. Trying to out Pizza the Hut a little bit on this one. He said that BWood tries, he's winning. There's 40 reasons why you gotta try right here. And a big thunder slash, and that is going to be the game. BWood, a dominant game. Attack potency. It might be time for the superhero, the anti-hero. We shall see. 2-1. Gonna be the current set score. By the way, we are a little bit over an hour in. This tournament is flying by. You love to see it. However, all right, now it is attack potency. Their feet is to the fire. They've got to make a choice. Shutter, big facts, big facts. However, chat, on to the next match. Attack potency. The choice is all yours. Let's see what you come out with.
General Shao, Omni-Man, Kung Lao. Kung Lao, Kung Lao.
And attack potency, by the way, saying the gloves are off.
Lao.
He has no glove. He's gloveless.
At least you look somewhat threatening.
My looks do not deceive.
All right, let's go. Let's get this bad boy started. BWood and attack potency. This is definitely the character, by the way, to send it to a game 5. You know we'd love to see another one. Is it hoping for another Skyrim stream? There will be another one, Alan, for sure. It might be on my secondary channel. We'll see. We'll see. Nice thunderclap again. Attack potency with an early lead. Nice. 1-2. Goes for those big punishes, though. BWood got to find his way out of the corner. The big low. Gonna get things started, and that is just what the doctor ordered. Nice low again, and there is gonna be some big use of the tatas. We're big fans of that. He said, I love when AP bring Omni-Man. Oh, dude. Attack potency. Their Omni-Man is absolutely crisp. Absolutely refreshing. And this is gonna be the round. This chat looks like it could be our third game 5 of the night. Attack potency looking pretty damn good.
This world to dust.
Round 2.
I didn't use my main, bro. Inside jokes, man. You wouldn't get it. All right, and Sin, D-Boy Rose cheering at the 100 biddies. Thank you so much, brother. Much love. Appreciate you. And by the way, Onyx saying rain is about to be a problem. Oh, you have no idea, Onyx. That was the first thing I thought. Nice, down one again. All right, BWood says, I don't care what character you come out with, I'm gonna answer back. All right, who's got the goods here? Who will be bringing this home? AttackPotency, we want to see the game 5. Nice. Those tatas coming in clutch. Another good grab. AttackPotency, they would need to be basically perfect. They really need to start pouring it on. All right, does not get the mix in, but D-Boy Rose with another 100 biddies right as BWood goes on set point. D-Boy Rose, thank you so much for all the support. Nothing but love. Says that's for BWood right here. And Onyx with the follow. Thank you so much, my man. Nice low. All right, good grab. All right, getting rid of that solar plex. He has no solar plex. He has no gloves or solar plex. That mix is no good because we have armor and we are gonna wisely spend it. Nice low. Overhead is gonna be money. Up into the air we go. And a good low. And what is he doing? He's making stuff up. Nice low again. The overhead to clobber him. AttackPotency is running out of options. Forward 1-2. Good grab. Very good grab. Let's see what the tea leaves are gonna be reading from right here. And a big punish from AP. Spend the fatal. At least consider it. Maybe mull it over. Up into the air. AttackPotency. One more is all they need, but BWood is gonna go down to cancel. And that's gonna be all she wrote. And Sunnyvale, thank you so much for the follow. Much love. My favorite Trailer Park Boys location, by the way. And BWood gonna be taking that by a score of 3-1. That will be GG's. And Winners Finals has concluded. However, there is still more tournament to go. Noir and Sarayu Pains, get those invites sent out. And we are speed running this tournament. What started off with about 20 people has now whittled down to our top 4. Chat, let's take a look and see who is gonna be making a run for that gold. On to the next match we go. All right, with that result, it'll be none other than BWood guaranteeing himself a little bit of cheddar tonight. You do love to see it. However, dropping down to the lower side of things is gonna be none other than TLR's own AttackPotency. Chat, coming up next is gonna be Noir taking on Sarayu Pains. Invites have already been sent out. Let's do it, let's go, and let's roll. All right, chat, here we go. Here is Big Sarayu and Big Noir up in the building. Now, Sarayu, he does play a plethora of characters, and he's coming out with the Homelander saying, I want to win.
Pharaoh, the Chaos Eater.
Absolutely, Fire Axe, and I'm a huge fan of this behavior, by the way. All right, Noir and Big Sarayu going down like 4 flat tires. By the way, the winner of this will be taking on AttackPotency. Let's see if Noir is going to be bringing those goods in this open North American bracket. Immediately with the punish. Noir, who is somewhat new to the game. Oh, tries to wake up with buttons. That Trevor going to keep you safe. Oh my God, we are both whiffing. I hate this. Ugh. Nice low into the lasers. However, I don't know what the hell happened there. Nobody knows. Nice. Throws him in a big toss overhead, and here comes Big Sarayu. And Sarayu saying, you might have beat me on winners, but I'm gonna take you out where it matters. Nice. The bowling ball again. Sarayu just holding that block button. The force field again. How did that even work? I thought the lasers got, wait, no, it counts as like a sweep. I don't fucking know, chat. It's a normal, right? Nice, that's a huge punish. Noir gonna take the lead, perhaps. Nice. And looking good. What do we got from here? He tries a backdash. That should be the round. He's not breaking. He can, but now he does. Yeah, be what I was thinking about. Like, oh yeah, it's a normal, huh? It's not a projectile. Maybe having some projectile dysfunction. That should be the round. Here comes Sarayu. And Sarayu gonna take you out where it matters. BWood, I wouldn't be mad at that whatsoever. And make Shang's armor a non-projectile. Can I get something my way, please? And all right, though, we are giving him the Taco Bell treatment, blowing out the guts. And that is Sarayu getting it done with only a little bit of health left. And Shudder and Fire X, can you guys not be so, I don't know. Either way, here we go. Is a Noir. Like, shut up, bro. I hate that you guys are still awake, by the way. Nice, a big over, I'm sorry. Nice, a jumping punish though coming from Big Noir. So you have the problem with the bed, sit down. Get this game.
Just stay down.
Bro, get this game. All right, we're done here. We're so done here. All right. All right, if you're watching on the YouTube side of things, chat is making me laugh. All right, either way, Noir, we gotta take this seriously. Chat, get your game faces on. Okay, all right. All right, enough. But not enough. We gotta keep this. Hang on. All right, cool, cool. We're good to go. And now, this is going to be Sarayu. He's got to see if he can make this comeback. Slams him right back down. I'm going to try to turn into the serious commentator again, but nice low. Wait a minute. I almost woke up my parent. I'm breaking character, Chad. This is like when WWE, I don't know. Let's go. Let's keep this going. We got to get serious, Chad. We're a serious channel. And this should be the big splat. That's going to be the game. That's going to be Noir. And Noir is going to be getting it done. All right, a 1-0 score. And where is Sarayu? Chat, we have lost control of this channel. It does happen from time to time. Either way, that is going to be Noir getting it done. A 1-0 score. On to the replay brought to you today, sponsored by Big Gita. Thank you so much for dropping that 40 for the players. We don't do North American events all that often, so when we do, we want to give you a giant thank you, guys. Again, thank you so much for tuning in and making this count. Yo, what is going on, EC?
PeaceMaker.
What is up, Big EC? We have not seen you in a minute. Where have you been my entire life? All right, Noir on that 1-0 score.
Laboratory.
And I see there's already been one clip made. What is that one clip of? Chat, on to game number 2.
With assholes who wrap themselves in the flag.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, Noir on that 1-0 lead. Sarayu is going to have to battle back. The winner of this is going to get AttackPotency, by the way. All right. By the way, shout outs to everybody up in the building. Shout outs to all the players for signing up for tonight, including myself, by the way. I got 3-0'd twice. It is what, no, 3-2 and 3-0'd. Gotta put some respect on my name. Nice. All right, Noir doing the Lord's work out here, though. Can he get that mix? Sarayu not gonna wait around to find out. Nice, solid low. Nice. Up into the air we go. The Flute of Doom, 2 of them. Yeah, Fire Axe, I was in the bracket, yes. All right, slams him back down, and a dominant round from Noir. I wonder what this matchup is on paper. Does this actually, there's no way it favors PeaceMaker, but that is going to be the round again, coming for Big Noir.
Round 2. Fight.
All right, here we go. All right, Sarayu looking for any opportunity to make that big splat, looking for those lasers to kind of dart to the face is wild. Absolutely. Oh, trying to get that whip punish. Sarayu is trying to make him miss. The art of hitting and never getting hit, the sweet science. Okay. Nice. Eagle is going to be good to go again. I'm trying so hard to get back into character, chat. It's hard. I'm not even going to lie to you. Either way, lasers again. The Eagly is going to find its target. Good. The big boot again, the low. And another one to go alongside it, though. More lasers to go with it. Big stuff again coming from Sarayu. Will be taking the lead. Yo, what's up, Jagri? How you been? Slams him down. However, Noir says enough is enough. Here we go. And the big boy damage could be coming with one more. There's a AttackPotency! And he's going to spend the fatal. Sarayu does have breakaway, and he's going to let it rip just like me inside of an elevator. All right, another bowling ball. Getting some decent chip. However, that is going to be a full splat. More gunshots on the loose. More gunshots. And that's going to be an up block. That is going to be game number 2 in the book. Fire Axe, what are you even saying right now? 2-0 going to be the score, and a bit of a fatality maybe. No, just some teabags to go alongside it.
PeaceMaker wins.
All right, Fire Axe, all right. On to the replay we go. 2-0, going to be the current set score. However, Sarayu, I do think a change of characters is much, much needed right now. Chat, on to the next game we go. Let's see if Sarayu can get anything going. Let's see if he can get anything activated. On to the next match. All right, Sarayu, it is now or never. By the way, Sarayu, this is his first time in one of my events in a couple of months, and now he is going to something he feels is a little bit more safer. What will be the cameo? Gotta be the Tremor, right?
Tremor.
Absolutely.
Tremor. Cage Mansion.
The things I could do with your life story.
How about we make it a streaming series?
By the way, this event should be carrying on for about another 30 minutes, or maybe possibly 45, depending on how Grand Finals does go. BWood just needs to win 3 games up there. He's chilling. All right, 4-3, and I do believe that this is a much better character to take out the PeaceMaker. Remember, this is Noir, basically his only character. You get past the PeaceMaker, you might have something. Nice low, good grab. Slamming him right back on the ground, lift your shield. All right, the big boot yet again, and there is gonna be a big splat. Noir He has too much plot armor. And he is gonna be making it rain as blood and guts. 2-1 into the low. Big boot, that is gonna be the game. Sarayu not even bothering to break away, knowing it's a lost cause. That is gonna be Noir on set point.
Round 2. Fight.
Here we go, more gunshots again. Nice, into the air again. Big splat coming from Noir. He is starting to run away with this thing. By the way, attack potency. I'm going, actually no, can you send the invites? Yes. Because I know you're on Xbox, right? 4, 3, 2, down 1 into the stratosphere. Big punish, that is not a big punish. And now, Sarayu finally starting to wake up, or so it looks like. Another grab and another Tremor Italian meatball slam. And Sarayu, he had the opening. There's another big grab coming from Sarayu. Nice low, 4-3, and there's more gunshots in the Tremor to keep it safe. If Noir, oh, a beautiful anti-air. Much tougher than it looks, by the way. That is gonna be Sarayu finally knotting things up here in game number 3. And a 3-0 sweep doesn't sit right with me. Let's see some more out of Sarayu. But he's gonna have to do it himself. He's gotta make that walk on his own. Look at this damage coming from Noir. And by the way, we just got a $10 donation from Big Alan. I have no idea why it is not showing up, but we did just get $10 from Big Alan saying that is for blinker fluid vape. Thank you so much again, Alan. And Alan, one of our biggest supporters, saying that is for them. I have no idea, Alan, why it didn't show up. Was it like a weird menu today? I'm not quite sure. Either way, though, this is Noir, and this should be the beginning of the end, chat. That is going to be a 3-0 sweep coming from CGF's own Noir with a little bit of extracurricular coming after the fact. Sarayu, thank you so much for playing, man. Hopefully we do get to see you again soon. Either way, that will be the end for him, at least for today. We'll see how things look after the patch, however. Coming up next, another TLR member is coming through to see if they can stop Noir. Onto the replay, let's go take a look. It said incognito technology, Alan. I did see it on my phone, though. Thank you again. He said vape email? What is in the email? What did you email me? Need to donate? Oh, if you want to donate, you can do so right here, D-Boy Rose. Never mandatory, but always appreciated. All right, though, so with that performance right there, that is going to put Noir into losers finals, guaranteeing a top 3 spot. Remember, though, this event is top 2 payout. So this is a, I don't know how much dollar, but this is a certain amount of dollar money match. Either way, let's see it. Noir is already saying he is top 1. That remains to be seen. Noir versus AP coming up next for you. All right, chat. AttackPotency, go ahead and send it out. You need to send me one right now if you can. He said, by the way, Noir and Attack brings heat. I'm very excited to see this one.
Omni-Man.
And let's get ready for losers finals. This is a first to 3. Let's do it.
Tremor.
And CSA Kotal Khan.
The main.
All right, game number 1, the battle of the anti-heroes. Let's do it. The battle of the DLCs, the battle of the guest characters are here. Noir taking on AttackPotency.
Fight.
Let's see if AP can make their way back into Grand Finals. Already a terrific start, by the way. Nice low into the high riser. Throwing him up into the air, and Noir is going to be going on the paint train. A good torpedo knows the gaps. All right. And by the way, picking the jacks, this was very well calculated. I mean, bro, lose every single time and he backs me once. And D-Boy Rhodes with a 20 bomb, saying Sin is on top for tonight. And that remains to be seen. We will see BWood sitting in good position, but now a $70 prize pool right in front of your very eyes. D-Boy Rose, thank you so much, and I appreciate you a ton. Coming for the Sin Boys. All right, Chad, that puts us $70 in Noir, by the way, gonna take that round. By the way, Mog Ruiz, welcome back. How you been? Ruiz, you are just in here. You are just in time for some losers finals action. By the way, D-Boy Rose, Big Allen, and by the way, Big Genum, thank you so much for sponsoring the prize pool tonight. Cannot thank you enough. Nice big torpedo again. And BWood, he might already be spending that money in his head. He's like, what do I need right now? Might need another axe. BWood seems like a guy who just owns an axe for no reason. Nice, up into the air we go. AP says, I don't know, but I'm gonna be joining him in Grand Finals. And all right, though, the damage is continuing to add up. By the way, chat, this is the last tournament you will see before the patch. We are all going in it together, or as friends. So don't make me pull out the wallet shutter. If you want to donate your $2, you go right ahead. Either way, AttackPotency is getting closer to that $70 prize pool. That is going to be the round. Is it bet channel points or get banned? Absolutely. Bet those channel points, y'all. Shutter, you just bought McDonald's. Don't you ever lie to me again. Jump in. However, that is going to be up block punished as far as I'm concerned. Yes, it will. 18%. All right, Jax again. You better. Good jump from AP. Good defense. However, here comes Eagly, and this is going to be AP forced to break away. Shutter, give me all your savings. Give me your money. A weird torpedo interaction. I don't even know. The game doesn't even know. Down one. 1-2. Still pressing. All right, though, that is going to be some sizable damage from AttackPotency. And look at him going. AttackPotency still trying to clean things up. And this is going to get them oh so closer. Not going to be able to break away is Noir. Not yet, at least. He's got one more chance. The low stop. He's got to break. And now no meter. What do you do? There's no way, right? There's no way. There's no way, right? And that is going to do it. Going right through him is AttackPotency.
Brutality. Omni-Man wins.
And that is going to be a 1-0 score for AP, and Adrian coming through with the 7-month subscription. Adrian, the young wrestler on his own. We have not seen you in a while, but now I recognize you with that bronze vape. Thank you again for that, by the way. Our 11th sub of the day. Thank you so much, Big Adrian. How's the wrestling going, by the way? Adrian, how could I forget you, man? How could I forget you? Now put the dog emotes in the chat.
Tremor. Kano.
All right, chat, a $70 prize pool, and we will see how things continue to develop. AttackPotency going to be up currently 1-0 against Big Noir. Game number 2 is here.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, let's do it. Let's make this happen. He said, good, but I quit MK. So did half of us. Don't even worry about Adrian. You're still cool enough to hang out with us. Don't you worry. All right, nice low. However, AttackPotency, that's going to be an immediate counter. Thought he was going to let go of block, but he drops it. Interesting. Nice. All right, Noir with a sizable lead. AttackPotency can change that on the drop of a dime. Nice low. A double low. And Noir trying to make him miss, though, the big boot just to keep you inside that corner. Nice use of the tatas. Okay, crystalline armor is on you. Got to tread carefully. Beautiful grab coming from AttackPotency. Into the air. What do we got from here? Another torpedo, though, but another ball roll. That Kano, though, this is going to be one of Noir's last chance. This might actually be the route. I'm not sure. Not quite. But it's trending that way. He's going to break away, still believes in himself. But the thunderclap is going to put that plan into ash real quick.
Round 2. Fight.
All right, another low. The ball roll keeping you safe. Good knowledge check from AttackPotency. However, Noir still going to find his way into the promised land one way or the other. And another jump in. A beautiful grab. All right, Noir. The thing is, he takes these early leads, but he's got to be able to stay there. Let's see if he can do it. Hang on a second. A low. Into the eagle again. And that's going to be a sizable punish coming from AttackPotency. AttackPotency, a bit of a fan favorite, and they are most certainly showing why. Let's see if Omni-Man tomorrow will be getting those buffs that everybody has been looking forward to. This is going to be the game. AP on a 2-0 score. And look at these bags from AttackPotency. Nah. And he's saying, you know what? You want to get toxic on my teammate? Let me show you what toxic looks like. And absolutely, chat. Absolutely disgusting. But we love to see that. That is going to be AP on a 2-0 score. Looking good, has not given up a single game to Noir, who will have now one more chance to make things right. However, chat, let's see. AP, a 3-0 against Noir. That would be super impressive to say the least. However, he's going to have to go out there and do it. On to the next match. Let's see who Noir decides to come out with, and let's get it. All right, AttackPotency with all the wind at their back, all the steam in their engine. It is now time for Noir. Going to be going mixy mix with the Farah. Is this the character to get it done? We shall see.
Kryptonite bullets.
Whatever kryptonite is, it doesn't scare me.
All right, game number 3 is here. Which one of these two has got the goods to bring this damn thing home? Nice. All right, and remember, this has got a lot more of a mixy mix affair, though. Spending it there, that is interesting. However, a guaranteed jump in. The big boot as well to treat you good, but AP gonna absolutely bulldoze right through it. Into the air we go, smashes him right back down, going left. perhaps going right. Noir with some solid, sizable knowledge check right there. Good low, and that is gonna be a punish now. AP says, you know what? We are not gonna wanna deal with that. And another punish. This could be the beginning of the end of the round. Did Noir find the cameo to pay off for him? Nice. And this, hang on a second though, he dodges it! No! Is this gonna kill? There's no way, right? One more will. 1-2 again, a nice grab. There's no way, right? There's no way. What's he gonna do? No, he spends it. And that is gonna be a misplaced fatal blow. Noir gonna quite comfortably take that round.
How weak ass was that?
Round 2. Fight.
And Shudder, who is even rooting for AttackPotency, and Noir is his teammate. That is how much of a fan favorite AP appears to be, and showing off why, going into the stratosphere. Big stomp. Nice. Okay. What do we got from here? Oh, we're not gonna wait around to find out, says AP. And now a big juicy combo of their own. And I don't know how Noir gets out of this. You don't want to spend that meter necessarily. Okay? And this looks like a matter of time. AttackPotency with that tremor just needs chip, and there is the chip we called for.
Are you pulling punches?
Final round.
All right, here we go. AP Noir. However, AP says immediately, I'm going to punish that. Nice. And Noir just looks like he is on roller skates. Noir is in some trouble. And Noir, he's got to get something going. King Donnie, how's it going, man? How is the Combat League treating you these days? You're not going to find me on there. No. All right, Noir, not done just yet. Gunshots to get Tremor out of commission. Starting tomorrow, that will be a 10-second cooldown with that new patch. Nice, oh, he counters him. And that's gonna be Noir with the lead. No breaker in sight for AttackPotency. To getting new internet tomorrow, we'll be back then. Oh man, I gotta be looking out for King Donnie on the Combat League. I do not want to see any of those characters, man. That goes, wait. Still pressing. Nice. All right, Noir with the patience of a turtle. Can he take this game? And that's gonna do it. Noir gets it done. 2-1 is gonna be the score, but you will find Ape Coach. BWood, I've seen that guy. I know exactly who you're talking about. He's wireless, isn't he? Either way, Noir says, let me show you how to teabag. This is how you teabag.
Damn it.
And all right, a little bit of fatality on a game number 1 win. That is actually kind of crazy.
What?
All right, Noir. His hopes are looking a lot better after now. He's only down by 1 game. However, AttackPotency, you know they're going to try to shore up those offenses and defenses and see what we can do. And Fireaxe even say, Noir, can we get some team support for Big Noir? I'll cheer him on. I got you. And he said, my man Quan Wick saying, my man tagged everyone. Who are you talking about? Either way, on to the next game. Game number 4 is here. And correct, this is a $70 prize pool. Top 2 is getting paid out. This is going to be a money match for that second place, a minimum second place spot. However, BWood, you know he's got his eyes on that gold. We'll see what happens.
Whatever kryptonite is, it doesn't scare me.
Round 1. Fight.
By the way, we just passed that hour 48 mark, almost at that 2-hour mark, and now Noir wants to send us to a game number 5. Excuse me 1 second. Nice. All right, into the air we go. Does AttackPotency. And now taking that life lead back. Looking good. And by the way, Starks, that is a name I have not seen in forever. Starks, are you excited by the new patch? What do you see that you like? He said, what's the dono link? I got you right here. If you do want to donate to the prize pool, you can do so right here. Never mandatory, but always appreciated.
Round 2. Fight.
All right, let's do it. And now Noir is going to be absolutely backtracking. He's got to win this one right here. He's got to send us to a game 5. And now, okay, so I got a new account for Discord. Okay, good, come back. We want you back in our lives and in our tournaments. However, AttackPotency making mincemeat out of Noir. Noir still with the lead though, at least 4 now. The low, no good. No punish from AP. And still pressing. Nice grab. And AP, can they bring this back? The overhead is good. Noir's got a break. Noir, he's gonna spend the fatal, but it's not gonna. What? I don't know. Smashes it back down. What do we got here? And the big low attack potency could have ended it right there. And he does. King Donnie with the 20 bomb. He says, oh yeah, Vape, we're cooking. $90 are in the prize pool now. And attack potency going to grand finals to take on BWood. You could not have drawn it up any better than this. Noir, by the way, gonna finish off at a top 3 performance. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. King Donnie, thank you so much, man. Thank you to everybody. Help chipping in this prize pool almost at $100. And however, we now gotta give this chat their money's worth. And BWood, we're gonna invite you straight to this hill, brother. However, with that performance, it's going to be none other than Attack Potency, Sin versus TLR going down right now. Tell your friends, tell your wife, tell your friend's wife. Chat, let's send it your way. One more, the big one, and let's go. And by the way, yeah, and King Donnie with a $100 tap, saying, BWood, you better show out. $190 are on the board. Ain't no way! How did he do that? A $190 tournament. We don't even do North American tournaments very much. But you know what? King Donnie is just that much of a goat, making it $190. Chat, that is a shout out and a half worth. Oh my goodness, let me change this to grand finals if we can. Holy moly. All right, King Donnie, your will be done. Let's go. And just like this, on an average Thursday afternoon, we are here fighting for $190. These two, there is a serious money match on the board. And King Donnie, thank you so much for that, brother. And Cheatham rounding it up, saying, you know what, Vape? Let's make that an even $200. Cheatham with a total of $50 donated to today's prize pool. Thank you so much, Cheatham. Holy moly. Brother, I don't even know what to say except for a giant thank you from here at Vape's Fight Night. BWood taking the first round. By the way, let me change those names around. Sorry, the chat got me destroyed for a second. King Donnie and Cheatham, I just want to give you the biggest thank you, man. For real. Thank you guys so much. But now we got to give them their money's worth. That is a very scary proposition. And yeah, I cannot thank you guys enough for everything you've done here today, but you know what? We hope you are enjoying the tournament, and it looks like you are. Shout out to all 90 people in here to witness this. One of the bigger prize pools you will see for a North American tournament in quite some time, and it all goes down right now. All right, Attack Potency looking good, knows that there is a sizable chunk of cheddar on the line. They punish again, up to the stratosphere we go. Nice, and Adrian over here saying W's as well. Attack Potency, gonna knot this up. This stream and the earlier stream are good, sometimes you better believe it. He said Blue Rag says 200 is a W. Oh, you better believe it. All right, and smashes it right back down, does AP. Nice, down one. Okay. BWood, he can see the promised land from here. He just needs to win a first to 3. However, Attack Potency immediately coming out with their main. Said BWood, oh yeah, King Donnie, let me fix that for you. That's how much you guys destroyed me right there. I have not seen that number in quite some time. Let me just say, King Donnie, Cheatham, everybody else for coming through. I just want to say a giant thank you. Alan as well. All right. No punish though. BWood still maintaining that lead. He needs just a little bit more, and that's gonna be the game. BWood only 2 games away. Holy moly. And all right, 1-0 gonna be the current set score. God damn you, Fire Axe. All right, $200 prize pool. You saw it here. You saw it happen organically right here. And by the way, Cheatham, I believe that is an earlier tip. I don't think that is the one. That is one right now. My Jumbotron overlay is, for whatever reason, kind of messed up. Either way, we know what we're working with. Let's get you back to it. And BWood alluding that he's a huge Donnie fan. I'm a bigger Donnie fan. I'm the biggest Donnie fan, some would say. Game number 2 is here. Let's make this happen. Sin versus TLR.
Yet when I slay you, no one will remember.
And chat, put those emotes in the building. It's been an absolute W stream. By the way, Pixel Blood, what's going on? Now here's what's gonna happen. Attack Potency needs to win 3. BWood just needs to win 2. If Attack Potency wins 3, Then we're going to a bracket reset. We will see what the tea leaves are gonna read. All right, smashes him back down. Yo, what's up, Big Pixel Blood? We're having ourselves a great day, a great tournament. He said, and by the way, why is so tragic saying first time viewer must say I'm impressed. Welcome to the channel, man. Great to see you. Glad to have earned your respect here, man. But you know what? We do this every day. Always feel welcome to come through. BWood pulling away. And by the way, Shutter, that command does not work, at least not right now.
Fight.
And by the way, an even $200. And by the way, why so tragic coming through with the big follow. Thank you so much for making that Facebook official. Nothing but love. However, AttackPotency, they want to see what more damage they can do out of this. Nice. Overhead again. Nice big punish coming from AP. 1 year and 1 week Fire Axe. Omega W. Anniversary time. However, blocking on Wake Up does not want to get hit by any shenanigans that BWood has to offer. Said I'm 2 weeks more. Shutter's the real one. That's how I know. Oh, that's a punish as well. What do we got from here? The overhead gonna connect. BWood says, I've got a little bit of armor and I want you to hold these. Nice low again, and that's gonna be a big combo. BWood might be able to retake the lead with one more hit. And it looks like the life lead negligible, but Big Daddy Shao, a ton of damage coming his way. And this is AP. This should be the round quite comfortably.
Stop embarrassing yourself.
Final round.
And chat, welcome to Vapes Fight Night, where we do events. Sometimes they're good. We have ran over 100 tournaments this year, and I say we should run 100 more. Or maybe a couple more. I don't know. I'm tired. Nice. Nice overhead to go alongside it, though. BWood going all crazy. And chat, you got to see a top 6 bracket, but the bracket was much larger before this started. And BWood putting a statement on, this is going to be impossible to come back from, and AP is going down. BWood going to be taking a 2-0 lead. And all right, just like that, man. We held the tournament earlier, by the way. It was mostly for EU and ME. However, this NA tournament seems to be the highlight of the day. However, BWood needs just one more. Let's see what he's got. All right, chat, it is officially game time. Getting you back to the action. Let's do it.
General Shao.
All right, BWood and AP, this is going down like 4 flat tires in one of the most hyped tournaments you might see of the day.
Living forest. Slaying you will make me a legend.
Yet when I
And does it end right here? Does AttackPotency have anything they can answer back with? We shall see right now.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, BWood just needs one. He can see another tournament title under his belt. Hype tournaments sometimes, yes. And Alante cheering on BWood. BWood has tons of fans, but you know AttackPotency does as well. You need to use the crowd to your advantage. Nice. Full stuff. AP with a solid round, needs a little bit more. What do we got from here? What will the tea leaves read? What will it say when it's all said and done? All right, BWood just kind of waiting his turn right there. AP not necessarily pressing. However, AP trying to maintain that life lead. Plus range from BWood and an excellent whip punish. Nice. Yo, what's up, Big Slimy? Nice low. Overhead is going to be good. If AP gets touched one more time, this could be bad news bears. Double low hats. Oh, a bit of a trade. And BWood is gonna bring this back. That's gonna be the round. BWood is on tournament point.
Round 2. Fight.
All right, chat, let's see what we're cooking with here. Nice low. The jump in. And another big counter from BWood. BWood, most famously, top 12 at EVO. And you can see why, man. This guy, an unstoppable juggernaut. AP trying to keep up. And by the way, I've had so many tournaments with these two in grand finals, but you know what? I am not mad at it. AP in some trouble, though. BWood, that is going to combo as well. 9th place at EVO World. You better believe it, Kaishero. And by the way, a $200 prize pool. The sub goal has been met. Feels like the entire community is kicking it with us. And BWood just needs one more combo. What can he do from here? And that's gonna do it. BWood with a 3-0 over AttackPotency, to send this one home. BWood walks away with another tournament title and the better half of a $200 prize pool, and AttackPotency will be taking it home some as well. Either way, GG's to both players. Guys, I gotta say, a fantastic tournament from start to finish, and I feel like we should do some more North America tournaments as well. BWood, you are always welcome, as are you, AttackPotency, as is everybody who competed in today's bracket. BWood, you will be taking home a magazine cover today as well. I'll send that to you later. Maybe I should go to the right bracket. Let's try doing that. Either way, chat, that is going to be our $200 tournament. Does come to a close. Your champion, BWood. Congratulations. By the way, coming out of Sin, fantastic team, fantastic clan, and fantastic players. Chat, I've got nothing else for you. That's going to do it for us. Let's enjoy that patch tomorrow, and let's do it together or as friends. Chat, if you've been watching on the YouTube side of things, thank you so much for finishing the video. We'll see you later, guys. Tell baby we all said hello. You guys have a great day. See you later. Love you guys, and bye-bye now.